Hello guys and welcome to the channel UFO to Know, and in today's video we're going to be discussing one of the most perplexing topics associated with UFOs, that of cattle mutilations. For decades, many have wondered who, what, why, where, and how these cattle mutilations take place. Luckily, the cattle mutilations are explained in the Law of One Raw Material. In it, Raw explains that many of the mutilations occur because of negative thought form entities that want to spread terror and fear. Why would they want to do this? Well, as Phil Schneider explained, these beings feed on adrenochrome, a chemical compound produced by the oxidation of adrenaline. Raw, as well, states that negative thought form entities feed upon fear. These thought forms may take appearances associated with an emotion of fear or terror. Many report seeing reptilians, shadow people, the Hat Man, or other forms. They come from the lower astral planes, which are part of the realms of thought. They can also exist in a physical form, in what Ra calls construct visualization complex. In this form, they reside beneath the Earth's surface, so underground. The reason for the mutilations is twofold, as there are also second density entities that are part of the Orion group that need blood for sustenance. These second density entities are creatures of the Orion group. Unlike the thought forms, they do not exist in astral planes, but wait within the Earth's surface as well. They are likely the beings that Phil Schneider came across in the infamous Dulce base battle. Why would they be second density entities and not at least third? Well, because they have no sense of self-awareness. They're basically worker ants. They follow telepathic instructions from their leaders, who are likely the tall grays, tall whites, and mantis beings. Ra explains that the thought form constructs use various parts in order to have life and being in third density. This is what they do when they temporarily manifest as men in black. This explains why so many cases of cattle mutilations have no evidence of anyone being at the scene of the crime. They are popping in and out of frequencies across dimensions. This also explains what Juan Perez came across in the documentary Witness of Another World. Juan claims to have seen a tall entity in some sort of suit with tubes and a small robot chopping up bloodless meat. It is my belief that the robot was chopping up the cattle to use its limbs in order for the tall entity to manifest physically in our world. The blood was taken out and stored, most likely for the second density grays to feed upon it. The Law of One Raw Material even makes reference to these robots in sessions 12.18 to sessions 12.20, where Ra states that the beings of Orion use two types of entities to do their bidding. The first type is a thought form, in physical manifestation, which would be the Men in Black. The second, a kind of robot. When Dawn asks Ra if a human can fight one of the Men in Black, Ra responds saying, "It depends which type of entity you grab." A human would perhaps be able to perceive a Men in Black construct, the one using the parts of the cattle, as the construct might be kept for a brief period. They have an ability to disappear, but their programming makes it more difficult for them to be remotely controlled. Ra then says you would not be able to grapple with a thought form entity of the Men in Black, as it is non-corporeal, meaning it has no physical presence. These would be the shadow beings people claim to see sometimes. Alright guys, and that's the video. Hopefully I didn't frighten you too much, but instead helped to clear up some misconceptions about cattle mutilations. Take care and catch you in the next one.